Meanwhile, on the grand private jet in the living room, Vanessa, Matt, Maria, Justin, and Nate came aboard.
He's certain it's safe. We can't let our parents think that we're going there. He's right. We gotta do this the smart way. Good thing Glory's husband letting us use this jet. Speaking of which, we need to get out of here. I don't think so. And the spring community came on, and they saw. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Annie came and saw Scott sitting at a table and went and sought her husband. And he saw her, and she said something wrong with him. What's wrong? What do you care? Can we not fight right now? I'm just as worried. If that was true, you would have told me about my grandfather. I didn't want you to get upset. I can't be mad at you for doing this, really? Because it seems to me you are. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the courtyard, David came and saw Michelle sitting by the pond and went and sat next to her. And she saw him. The service is starting. I know. It feels like it's not my place to be there. Why would you say that? Because of last year, we finally got our son back, even though the rest of our kids hate it. Meanwhile, outside the sanctuary, Tyler and Sharon are talking. You still worried about your mom? Yeah. I just wish Vanessa would drop those charges already. Hey there, and as Casey came to the sanctuary and went where they are and they saw. How long were you Rich and I got here earlier? So, where's mom and dad? Don't worry, they'll be here. Who will be here? And as Howard came to the R and Sharon saw. Oh my God, Dad! And as Sharon went and hugged her dad. And as they pull away and face each other. I can't believe you're back. I'm not the only one. And as someone came to the R and Sharon saw. Tanya, it's so good to see you again. Likewise. Well, and as John and Chris came to the R. Seems the whole family's here. And as Richard came out of the sanctuary and went to the R. Just in time, the funeral was about to begin. We better go inside. And as they all went in the sanctuary except for Tanya and Howard, and as Howard came to where Tanya is, who said something wrong with his daughter. Honey, what's wrong? I don't know if I can do this. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Adam's quietly crying in the room. Suddenly, his sister Isabella came in and saw what he's doing. And as Isabella closed the door, and went to where he is, and he saw her and got up just in time for them to hug each other. And as Isabella also began crying. I know, Adam. I know. And as they pull away and face each other. I was so worried about you. I can't believe he's gone. I know. It's just not fair. I can't go in there. So if that's why wrong, I came because I want to spend some time with my brother. Meanwhile, in the sanctuary, most of the people gathered for John Graham's funeral. Let's get to the right first wall where Gwen, Eric, Nicholas, Mary, and Robbie are talking. I talked to Isabella, and we're gonna do a ritual on how we feel. You mean performing? I think John would love that. You're all doing a new school, remember? Yeah, it's a good way to express ourselves. Been doing it for a long time. In fact, John began the tradition himself, meaning it'd be fit to do this in his honor. Meanwhile, in the second wall, where Hannah and Ryan are talking, and Ryan said something wrong with his wife. What's wrong? You seem really, cause I am. I'm telling you, I would never accept this at all. Meanwhile, on the fourth row on the left, Rita, Lucy, and Tristan are talking. How's Brian? He's doing well. I think we should let Carly and Olivia spend more time with their son. Max and Leslie have the best parents in the world. Yeah, they do. And Lucy and I are gonna be good parents as well. Meanwhile, in the third wall, Kyle came and sat next to his wife Emily, and she saw him. Hey, how are you? I'm better now that you're here beside me. I can't tell you how sorry I am that I was. Hey, it's alright. All that matters is you're here, right where you belong. And as Emily leaned on Kyle, and as he held Emily. Meanwhile, in the middle, Rachel, Aaron, Taya, Carly, and Bobby are talking. Sometimes I just wish I had a man who loves me. Dad loves you a lot. What I meant is Howard. He is a love of my life, and if that was Carly, Joe, and as Kristen Will came to the art and they saw. Where's Jennifer and Scott? I don't know. And as Patrick came to the art and they saw. It's about to start. Let's take our place. And they still all went and sat on the fourth row on the right, just as the minister came in and headed to the front and turned and faced the congregation just as everyone got quiet. Welcome, family and friends, as we gather here to remember John Graham, an honorable man who's fought bravely for his family. Meanwhile, on the grand private jet in the living room, Matt, Vanessa, Maria, Justin, Nate, Frank, and Mimi are talking. How the hell did you know we were here? You all thought you could fool us by what's happening now? Really? We have no idea, which I think you do. Otherwise, you wouldn't be heading to the place where your mom and I specifically told you not to go. You know, the only difference is I'm not your son. You married my daddy, did you not? What does that mean? It means he's a part of this family. Wrong, Frank. I will never be a part of this faithless family. You know what? Why don't you tell us why you two are so damn worried about us heading there? Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Annie and Scott are talking. Look, Scott, we came back so you can pay respects to your grandfather. I really don't know I can accept that. I mean, I've been busy working. We both have, which is why we came back as fast as we could. Thanks. Look, let's just go to the church. And as they got up and head out, but Annie saw Linda coming in. You know what? I'm gonna check on the twins. I catch up. Alright, and as they kiss each other and pull away, and Scott turned and walked away, just as Linda came to where Annie is, and she saw. Funny, from the way you text me, I thought you were in trouble, but it seems to me that the two of you are just fine. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the courtyard, Michelle and David are talking. Listen to me, honey. Our children's gonna have to accept the fact that not everything is about them. Really? Try telling our older son that. Justin's doing quite well along with Shirley, alright? They don't seem to be, since we're focusing our attention on Michael. As long as they don't get into legal trouble, I'm not worried at all. We need to focus on Michael and our granddaughter. Then let us go in. Hold on. Wasn't there something you want to tell me? Meanwhile, inside the church, outside the sanctuary, Howard and Tanya are talking. Hey, don't worry. We're all dealing with this, okay? What I meant's being far away from Mom. I really miss you, no? I know you do. And I thought you liked living with your dad. I do. But overall, I want to be home without traveling. Let's talk more about that later. Let us go in. Meanwhile, in the sanctuary, John Graham's funeral is in progress, and as the minister continues to talk. Now, as we all know, John was loyal to all of us, and he will forever be in our hearts. So, let's recite our daily prayer. Let us all stand, and as everyone stand up and recite the prayer with the minister. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our daily bread, and forgive us trespasser, and we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Everyone bow their heads, and as everyone begin to bow, and as the minister begin to pray, we ask you, Heavenly Father, to look after our families with your protection and love as we say goodbye to our beloved friend. Give us the strength, for together we'll get through this in the end. We pray to you in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. And as everyone said, amen. Just as Howard and Tanya came in and went and sat on the fourth row on the right, few rows behind Taya. We will now hear from our first speaker, John Graham's son, Ryan Graham. And as everyone applauded, and Ryan got up and went and got on stage and turned and faced the congregation. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the sanctuary at John Graham's funeral as it continues, Ryan is facing the congregation as he's about to speak right now. There is no easy way to say how I feel about my dad, because it's not. He has done so much for my family. I feel so lucky to be his son because not only did he defend this country, he kept us all safe. And I will never forget that. He has taught me so much there is to be a man, which I am today. And I promise you, Mom, I will protect you no matter what, because I know that's what my dad would want. So in honor of him, I will keep my word. And as everyone applauded, and as Ryan got down and went and sat next to his wife, Hannah, and as the minister got up and went and faced the congregation. Here's our next speaker, Ryan's brother, Chris Graham. And as Chris got up and went and got on stage and faced the congregation. You know, my brother's right. Our dad did a lot to protect us, including sacrificing himself to keep us safe. And I'll forever thank him, because there's no other person like him. Helen is next. He was a man with many talents, one I can't forget. Allison is next. A true hero who laughs at the odds of fear coming at him. He was always good in protecting me and the rest of our family. Steve is next. I believe my dad is gearing for his next journey. And no matter where he goes, he will always be with us. Meanwhile, in the recreation room, Dave and Michelle came in and they continued to talk. And as Michelle turned and faced David, I just want to say I love you. I love you, but that's not really it. Alright. Dustin and Sheridan will have to get used to the fact that they're new brothers in their lives. And they will. I don't give a damn if they do a little tantrum. Our children means a lot to us. And Michael is no exception. Dustin and Sheridan will have to get along with Michael. And they will. Come on. Where are we going? Let's go see the funeral ourselves. And as Dave and Michelle turned and left the recreation room holding hands. Meanwhile, in the men's dressing room, Adam and Isabella are talking. Why does the hero always get burned in the evil guy's leg? I just don't understand how this world works. I wish I knew, but you better damn well believe. No way the Collins getting away. I agree. Our dad deserves to live a little bit longer. I know, trust me. And as Samuel came in the room, and Isabel and Adam saw, oh my God, Samuel! And as Isabel got up and went to where he is, and as they hug each other, I can't believe you're here! And as they pulled back, just as Adam got up and came to the R. Yeah, my parents texted me so I caught the first flight back here, so why aren't you at the funeral? Hey, it's okay. You must be John and Ashley's youngest son, Adam, right? Yeah. I'm Samuel. I'm Jack and Roxanne's son. Nice to meet you. Likewise. You know what? You're right. I think we should go in there because that's what our dad, your grandfather, wants. That he would. Then let us go. And as Isabella, Samuel, and Adam went and left the men's dressing room. Meanwhile, in the conference room, Carl and Olivia came in. And Carl closed the door. And he turned and faced Olivia. What are you doing here? Honestly, I really didn't want to see the funeral. I mean, I've already lost my parents. It's just, I don't know if I can go. I understand. I'm your wife. Through good times and bad, and I will stand beside you. I've spoken to the minister and he wanted me to do this. Do what? And as Carl went and opened the closets and pulled out the remote, and Olivia saw, what's that for? This. And as he pressed the thing on the remote, and the cabinet drawer above them opened, pulling up a flat screen TV, which Carl went and put it by the wall. And as Olivia came to where Carl is, what are you doing? You're about to find out. And as Carl hooked the TV up, and as Olivia sat down at the conference table, facing the TV. The thing is streamed right now of John Graham's funeral. is being streamed on all the channels, so what better way for us to say goodbye is to watch it right here. Okay. Meanwhile, on the grand private jet in the living room, Matt, Vanessa, Maria, Justin, Nate, Frank, and Mimi are talking. Last time I checked, we don't answer to either of you fools. Then why don't we get my parents involved? And as Matt got his iPhone out, you dial one member, it's gonna be your last. You're really crazy to think I'm afraid of your so-called threats. You can't stop us. Now get the hell off. Fine, go to the island. But don't be surprised to come back that things will be different now that we have a new crew to ensure our victory. What do you mean by that? Oh, you'll see. Once you find out who these three are, you're all gonna wish you haven't sat against us at all. Excuse us. And as Frank and Mimi went and left the jet. Meanwhile, at the Grand Promenade, Annie and Linda are talking. Have you got any of my texts? Yes, I got debts on them, which is why I'm here. The four of you are jeopardizing my marriage. What do you mean by that? Scott got a hold of my phone and tracked down the member, and now he feels I can't be trusted at all. Your parents gave specific instructions to keep tabs on me. I'm fine. I don't want my twins to be fatherless, alright? Scott is my vote, and I'll be damned I'm gonna lose him. Just call your parents and meet with them, okay? After the funeral. You know what? That's what started our fight. Me not telling my husband. I gotta go. And as Annie turned and walked away, and Linda got her iPhone out and called Harold. Harold, bring the car around. Yes, I'm ready. Meanwhile, at the Grand Baptist Church in the sanctuary at John Graham's funeral, as it continues, Eric Graham is speaking in front of the congregation. John Graham will always be known as the best grandfather I have. He is the best person to come for advice, and he never gives up on family. Nicholas is next. I really wish I got to spend more time, but I know he'll always be with us, no matter where we go. Gwen is next. He is the best person. And honestly, kinda like another father to me. Casey is next. He was always the go guy to go for advice. Kristen is next. I will never forget the protection he did. Even when he wasn't there, I can feel his spirit. Jennifer is next. I can't tell on how many good times we shared together. And I will never forget it. Tyler is next. We all had some good days and dark days. But no matter what, John never gave up on us at all. And as the minister came and faced everyone else, we're gonna have more of this tribute on how we feel towards John later. Let's smoothen things up with a performance. And as Carly, Lucy, Lauren, Jesse, Bobby, and Tristan came to the stage behind the minister. After this performance, we'll have more on how we feel towards John. Until then, here's these nice people behind me. They're gonna sing the one song that John loves the most. 525,600 minutes. In other words, the season of love. So give it up as they all perform right now.
$525,600 minutes, 525,000 moments, oh dear. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? In daylights, in sunsets, in midnights, in cups of coffee, in inches, in miles, in laughter, in strife, in 525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year in the life? How about love? How about love? How about love? Measuring love. Seasons of love. Seasons of love.
525,600 minutes, 525,000 journeys to plan, 525,600 minutes. How do you measure the life of a woman or a man?
In truths that she learned, or in times that he cried, in bridges he burned, or the way that she died. It's time now to sing out, though the story never ends. Let's celebrate, remember a year in the life of friends.
Meanwhile, during the performance in the conference room, Carl and Olivia are watching the funeral. And as Olivia leaned on Carl, while Carl put his arms around Olivia and as he held her. And as the scene returned back to the sanctuary for the remainder of the episode.
Measure your life in love.
Seasons of love. Seasons of
Measure your life. Measure your life.
As the episode ends with a portrait of John Graham